we can see the climate changes. We can see the drought. We can see the lack of water in Poland, for example. So also Poland is influenced not only because we have golf resorts on Mar-a-Lago and they're being flooded, but generally, yeah, some of them are human caused, some of them not, but generally, yeah, the problem is there. But the other thing that, coming back to our economy, is that we are not prepared as Polish economy to consume this, not this, but the huge investment, let's say, opportunity. Because on one hand, there is this huge technological change. PVs are 6 times more, the capexes of PVs, large farm, PV farms are 5-6 times lower than now. Onshore wind, offshore wind, the prices, the capexes are decreasing. So the technological change, the storage is getting more and more cheap. So the technological change driven by the regulations is there. The regulations are fastening, and Polish economy is not prepared for that. Because as you speak with the huge international companies, they have everything we want. But there are no Polish companies that can consume this budget that will be dedicated to the energy transition. So on one hand, we do not have the technologies developed, and huge companies will consume the budget. And on the other hand, and this is thanks to Piotr, a very good discussion here, that the Polish financial sector also should benefit from this transition. So let's not discuss whether the CO2 or the CO2 prices or the CO2 will kill us, but generally how to make the best of the situation. But the threat is there that the government policies are not aligned with the technological change. No Polish companies on a huge scale are prepared to handle this hundreds of billions of dollars to be spent in Poland, and financial institutions also need to be prepared to benefit from this this process. Otherwise, it will be just a huge transfer of money abroad.
Okay, thank you. Pierre?
I will try to answer your question as well. I don't like to put grades, but I think if we think about financial stability, the link between financial stability and climate risk, the worst situation. So generally, I think we're more closer to 10 than to 0. But the worst situation for financial stability, and that has been highlighted by the European Financial Stability Board, is late and sudden transition. So basically, if nothing is done and we wait 5-6 more years before starting the transition to reach the goal, that would be the more problematic case. What we see is that if measures are taken now and implemented now, then the transition might not be disruptive for the financial system. If it starts too late, and then that's the worst case for the financial sector. So that's what I would say. I would also highlight on your remark that there's a lot of uncertainty about policy. That's typically, policy should be announced now to avoid this late transition. But we should also not forget that policy is not the only trigger of the transition. When I speak with banks, I hear a lot, when I speak with them about are you exposed to transition risk, they always talk about policy risk. Will a carbon price be implemented? That's one source of risk, but you have technological risks. The transition can be triggered by renewable becoming much cheaper without any policy, and it can be triggered by consumer behavior. We have a lot of young people now that are asking other kind of goods, and a change of consumer behavior can also trigger the transition and make this risk realized. So I would not always focus on the policy risk, but be also aware of that all these possible triggers that are actually correlated. If consumer change, then the policy will act, and that might trigger also technological change. Everything can happen. And this is an opportunity for banks. The banks that will not take advantage of new policies or new demand for green will lose this opportunity and might be in trouble. That is also what McCartney said recently, that if you don't adapt to transition now, if you don't take this opportunity of transition, then you probably will be dead in 10 or 15 years as a bank.
Harsh words. Anybody else? Okay. Please.
Sorry, let me say a few words of greetings. First of all, one of the speakers mentioned here that we do not receive enough support from the European Commission from our green transition. And the question is, why should we receive such a support? We selling the action permits. What we are doing with the revenue? According to our estimation, it's several billions of zlotys. And there is no access to the information what we are doing with such expenditures. You said that energy investment there, there is no Polish company who could invest in this renewable electricity process in a high scale because it's a huge investment. But if we try to somehow spend our revenue from auction permits, from emission charges, etc. So we have the potential, but we even are not able to analyze what we are doing with those expenditures. And also related to the price of the electricity. So we have high price for the final users. Okay, we give them the incentive that please decrease the demand for electricity. But on the other hand side, we subsidize, hugely subsidize, according to our estimations, we subsidize electricity much more than agriculture. So we do not provide the incentive to change anything in our energy mix. So why would we expect that if European Commission give us money, that something will happen if we do everything to not provide such incentive into the market?
Yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah. Can I answer or?
No, well, if I can, I will say.
You want to please finish. Just
Okay.
finish.
Yeah.
And finally, about the national bank effort. So you said that one of the recommendations is that the central bank will include the green topic into the analytical department, that they will also try to make the analysis. And actually, around 10 years ago, national banks already did that. They make the computer-generated equilibrium model that simulate climate policy, but they did it very wrong. And the point is, you are the monetary economist, okay? So, in order to play with environmental economists, it required some specific knowledge. It's the same if I, as an environmental economist, will play with monetary policy, I will also make a lot of mistakes. So the results of such simulation were that climate policy will bring only positive effects for the economy. And I had the opportunity to evaluate this model, and it was just many basic mistakes in this model, because those who construct the model, they are specialists in monetary economics, but not in the environmental economics. They do not understand the basic environmental theory. So my point is not the idea that each of us will have their own insight center that will make estimations that we wish, but it's better to support existing centers that will be independent and provide some reliable analysis, rather than Ministry of Environment has their own center, central statistical offices have their own, estimations, central bank has their own estimation. They do not give the access to the data, they do not give the access to their model, so it's hard actually even to say what is inside of their estimations. So my point is, if you want to make the public benefit from all of this, so we should somehow to share first of all the data, and it's limited access to the public data. Like we even don't know how much Polish government earned from the auction permits. There is no information about that. We try to find out, and there is restrictions. We don't know what for they're spending. We even don't know how much the Polish government earned money from emission charges from CO2, just data available in total for all emission charges, but not depending on the pollution tax. And there is no information how much each sector is paying for such charges, that we are not able even to evaluate in details to somehow use this information in order to set what we can recommend for the policymakers. Thank you.
Thank you. So answering maybe the last question, because I, as an institution which has some additional rights in order to access information, please send us an email. We can help. So if there's any public institution that you have issues in gathering information on some, anonymous level, so it's not, it can have some statistical anonymity to them. Probably this data could be granted quite easily, if it's not public.
So more or less you're right, but the last part. Yeah, I was mentioning that the Polish, that there is a huge business opportunity, and Polish companies do not know how to approach this. This presents a huge risk for them to do